Hey, what up? Hold on. Gotta get my sophisticated drink here.
All right.
What is up? Oh, you connoisseurs of shenanigans. Welcome to the latest episode of the Smoke Pit. I am your 50% of your hosting capabilities tonight. Mac, aka your boy, and of course I'm joined by the one and only Bred Like a King made his Kelvin Cayley, as we welcome you to our gracious abode as we talk about the plethora of shenanigans that have been all over the interwebs this week.
Absolutely.
But first, how was your week, my man?
You know what, man? It was a busy week. Yeah, very busy week. You know, we dodged World War III, but it kept work busy. So there was no short. I got job security. Guaranteed.
Thank God for that. You got to find the wins when you can get them, my boy.
But I got my first taste of being a director. So my boss rolled out. So I was left in charge. I will be in charge until like July 7th. So
little audition for
I'm auditioning. Auditioning. That's a good word for it.
Auditioning for the Rays a little bit, baby.
Acting Nick Fury. So you know.
That's what's up, man. Work's a bit busy. This week was my last week at my previous unit as a first sergeant, so I'm moving over to a new one. But I was the last one to leave today. They're just like, I was just wrapping some stuff up, getting the other person ready to go, and so I had to lock up the CSS for the last time, bro. I felt like, you remember the last scene in Fresh Prince with Will's in the living room and he just looks back. Bro, I was like, I'm about to get emotional with this bitch, man. I didn't even think it was gonna be like that, man.
Jingling the keys and shit. Well,
yeah. Walking down the hallway. Little 90s sitcom thing as you walk away.
Yeah.
Audience start clapping after. That's exactly how that shit felt, man. Like, oh shit. Oh damn. But so I'm ready for, like I said, next adventure over there at Mun's. Looking forward to helping the guys and gals over there. But outside of that, man, everybody was just on pins and needles watching watching what was finna happen. Thank God, nothing crazy as of now. Hopefully everything stays chill. But the world be changing. The world be doing world shit. So fingers crossed for all brothers and sisters out there, any PitMasters out that way. Absolutely. Be safe, stay safe, all of that good stuff. But without further ado, you ready to get into the shenanigans this week, my boy?
Let the shenanigans begin.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what it is. Episode 173 of the Smoke Pit Live start. All right, now.
You are tuned in to the Dat Feeling Podcast Network, reminding you to always question the answers.
Welcome to the Smoke Pit. It's Friday night, come and take a load off. Come sit in the smoke pit, it's time for us to show off. It's been a long week, come relaxing, get some laughs in, and let's talk about these brackets. And while we at it, tell me whose man's is this? Cause I got questions, I'm hoping you can answer it. Get ready, cause we gon' talk a lot of shit. It's Mac and Mac, welcome to the Smoke Pit.
Y'all know what it is. Friday night, mood is right. Dynamic duo of Blak and Mac back on your screens for the #1 streaming show Friday nights, and soon to be #1 watched video every Monday over on the YouTube. So put it in, speak it into existence, manifest it.
Yep.
Manifest it. So like we kind of talked about the real shit going on out there, but as we like to do here at the Smoke Pit, we hand the floor over to none other than Mr. Bread Like a King, made as Kelvin Kately, for a little bit, that moment of motivation to get you through the weekend and to prepare you to tackle next week, which should be, I hope for most people, a pretty light week with the 4th of July weekend mixed up in there. So, my guy, floor is yours, man. What you got for us?
It's very simple this week, my guy. We are grateful for life. We're grateful to be alive. We made it through. It looked shaky in the beginning, but here we are on the other side. We are good to go. So the theme of this week is dust it off, get back to your lane. All this stuff that's been going on is very easy to divert your attention. There's a lot of stress going on, but keep in mind, you still got a job to do. You still got room to grow. So shake that off, shake off the distraction, refocus, rededicate that energy, because I know there's something still left over. Let's redirect that to something positive, and let's keep building. And that is my motivational speech for this week. And to that, I say salute.
Salute. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, they had us in the first half, bro.
Yeah, they did.
Had us in the first half. I was like, Qatar, that's the R&R spot, bro. What we doing? Yeah, what we doing out here? So apologies in advance if the audio sounds off on my end. I'm not in the normal spot. Normally I'm in the garage with the mixer and all the other stuff. It's too hot in that motherfucker, bro.
No, I get you, bro.
I was in there doing Eat the Cake last night, man, and that motherfucker was at 90 degrees.
Who?
I've been there putting on a front the whole time, so laughing and shit, smiling, sweating. Shirt back is destroyed, boy. That shit was stuck on my back. I was like, get me the fuck up out of here, man. It's no bueno, no bueno. So we working on something. We try to make something happen in there, but. So that if the audio is kind of off, that's what it is. But a lot of shenanigans this week. We found a few things to discuss. Yep. But I say let's get into this week's smoke break because somebody decided to I guess you could call it use the benefits or perks of his job, if you will.
Yep.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, this week's segment of the smoke break. So, what I would love to do is play this video for context first and let my man here, who gets paid to bring the news, and it looks like he's wearing a velour blazer from the looks of it on here.
Yep.
We'll go ahead and let him give you the heads up, and then we'll read the article that'll provide a little bit more context. But, sir, please take it away.
Accused of throwing a big party at one of his clients' homes in Union County. He says he didn't do anything wrong. Our Jonathan Lowe is live at the Union County Sheriff's Office. And Jonathan,
First of all, Jonathan.
hey, you know what's up. you know what's up.
Did you not know you was going to be on the TV tonight?
He did. hey,
you act like you was just out chilling, and then they wrote up, "Hey, we need you, bro, live recall. Hey. Let's go." You know, bro, the smallest polo, snug on one arm, loose on the other arm. All right. Out here built like a 23-year tech sergeant, bro. What we doing? Coming to the summer bash. Coming to the summer bash with a 6-pack of Busch Light.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
I was just about to say that man
Party.
got on flip-flops on the bottom half. I swear to God he do.
Some cargo shorts and shit, bro. Come on, Jonathan. My man in the studio with the tie made from the sofa from the 70s and this velour.
That man he just put a Heineken down. He just put it down.
He's like, bro, it's hot out here, bro. I ain't putting on no blazer. I'm
ain't wearing no
outside.
damn suit out here, bro.
What did Jen say? Did the button up? did he button the top button on his phone? Nah. He got the open collar, short sleeve.
Too hot out here for that, bro.
Short sleeve blues out here.
You can tell he's like, I ain't wearing that because he ain't wearing no dark colors, bro. Like he ain't risking nothing,
bro. It's too hot out here for this. I'm sorry, Jonathan. I know you're about to bring us the news that we all crave for. Jonathan, take it away, my boy.
He only talked to you about this and said he didn't break any laws.
Well, the organizer of that party was arrested on scene and put under a $10,000 secured bond. He has since posted that bond and was released. He told me earlier today that he definitely plans to host another party like the one he had this past weekend. 37-year-old Michael Brown is accused of taking a break.
What happened?
Why they show him climbing in the back of the trailer like that? Bro,
you know they gotta film that B-roll, my boy. You need B-roll for this shit, my man. All right, so we know you're in trouble. But what we need you to do,
we need you to look busy.
Run that back. Get back on the tractor. Run it back. We need this B-roll. Man, y'all ain't gonna have me doing this all day. But I mean, they got the close-up of his knuckles and everything. They're like, hey, we're gonna get this shit good. We're gonna tell this story complete.
From his landscaping business last Saturday night to plan this huge illegal house party that led to him facing multiple charges.
I didn't break the law. I just broke some rules of probably what my owners didn't want me to do. But I didn't break the law.
Union County Sheriff's deputies responded to 911 calls from neighbors living near this $4.3 million mansion at the corner of 12 Mile Creek Road and Beulah Church Road in Weddington.
Traffic hazards, loud noises, roadways being blocked.
When they arrived on scene, Lieutenant James May says deputies confronted Brown.
He represented himself as the homeowner, said he was having a party, indicated.
Bro, what's up with all these out of shape motherfucking cops,
bro?
I don't know. Like I just had a week at work where like people would just be in meetings with me, and I'm just like, why do you do you not test?
We quit.
Am I the only one testing around here? Like, do I?
Hey, y'all better tighten up, bro. Them 2 times a year is coming for you too, bro.
2 mile run. Y'all ready?
Hey.
No, bro, them fucking flight med docs about to be busy slinging them waivers up. Shin splints. My knees, my back, my hip. I can't. Anyway, I'm sorry, sir. Continue with what you were saying.
It was a graduation party.
But as they question his ties to the home, May says they found holes in his story.
It was, in fact, not the homeowner, not related to the homeowners, but it was, in fact, the yard guy.
Brown says this was a graduation party for his son and his son's friends.
Just wanted to always, do something where we could create an income and bring a positive environment for his friends.
It was mostly teenagers and young adults. We estimate anywhere from 300 to 400 people were at the house. A lot of underage drinking going on.
In addition to breaking and entering and property damage charges, investigators also charged Brown with obtaining property by false pretenses. Did you charge people to get in?
We did not charge, but we did charge because of
Did you charge people to get in? Nah, but we did charge.
We got to run that back because there's no way. What's that skit? Dave Chappelle when he had Rick James on there.
Yeah,
and he was like, "Nah, I did no cocaine. Yeah, I did a little bit of cocaine. Like,
cocaine.
What you just told us that you did it, but we
did charge because we did not charge.
Pretenses. Did you charge people to get in?
We did not charge, but we did charge
literally 2 seconds.
Not even 2.
Literally 2 seconds before you contradicted yourself, man.
Yes.
Jesus Lord.
Because of security reasons.
He was actually was charging an entry fee. So we actually recovered and seized just a little over $3,000.
The owner knew I was supposed to be there.
Brown strongly disputes the story UCSO is telling.
I never spoke to them about anything about who stayed there or who owned the place. It wasn't my right to tell them that because it's private property. I didn't sell any alcohol. I wasn't down
because they're saying there was underage drinking.
Nope, no underage drinking. Nope, I bought my drinks. And
he also remains confident that he hasn't lost a client.
I'm just waiting for them to come home just so I could continue to build my relationship and we can move forward.
Real quick, Jonathan. Sorry.
Jonathan is in disbelief, as you could see.
My man, he should have got a lawyer first and foremost. Bro, the cops said there were people that were drunk there. Nope, there's no alcohol here. How the fuck these kids drunk?
Yeah, they didn't come here drunk.
Yeah. Second, I haven't lost a client yet because these motherfuckers ain't back from vacation. He's like, I can't wait for them to get back so we can continue our relationship. Bro, you ain't gonna have no relationship with these people.
Nah.
They're coming back to file paperwork against you and have your ass in court. Second, I just wanted to throw something together, for my son and his friends. 300 to 400 people was in this motherfucking place.
Bro. This motherfucker, he did a Project X at some people's house, bro.
Bro, my shit is like, all right, Jonathan, I'll let you finish and then we'll jump in. I'm sorry, Jonathan. Continue, my boy.
Now, some of those 911 calls were reports of hearing gunshots coming from that house at the time of the party. After responding deputies searched the home looking for either a victim or a weapon, the sheriff's office later determined that was actually the noise coming from some of the cars that had loud tailpipes. Live tonight in Union County.
This scary ass neighborhood.
Oh my God.
Is that a gun?
Nah, that's the transmission slipping.
Honey, get down. Honey, get down. I think that's a Ruger.
County, Jonathan Lowe, Channel 9, Eyewitness News.
He may have some splaining to do. All right, Jonathan, thank you.
I love when news anchors take every opportunity they can to be like petty or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Look like he got splaining to do.
He's got himself in some hot water.
All right. So that was pretty much the thing. I'm sitting there looking through and trying to see if the the article says anything different. This is crazy. My only thing is the neighborhood he was in, you're bringing that many cars, playing music. You don't think anybody is going to call the police.
Right.
I'm not saying that is definitely majority white upper class neighborhood, but if I was a betting man, I would say that it was.
They wasn't ready for all that.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Bro, 300 people Like I can see like even 10 is like you overdoing it. But 300? Nah, bro, don't even argue. Just go ahead, get in the car. We'll sort this out at the police station. Whatever your explanation is, you overdid it. You
Whistle
overdid
tips go woo woo. You supposed to be up anyway. So he was charged with breaking and entering, second-degree trespassing, contributing to the delinquency of minors, injury to real property, and obtaining property by false pretenses.
Yeah, that's some hefty jail time right there.
He had a bail of $100,000, so all you got to do is pay 10% of it. So posted $10,000 bond later that day and shown no regret. And then we heard all what he had to say. I just want to always do something where we could create an income and bring a positive environment for his friends. Bro, I'm not understanding this. I don't know how he talked to. Bro, I gotta hold on. I gotta bring this shit back up.
Ain't no way the owner of a house is gonna be cool with you throwing a party and you the yard guy.
Y'all ain't that cool, bro.
Nah, we ain't never gonna be that cool, bro.
Look at my man. Like just IG live in this shit. View gallery. Is there a gallery? Oh my Lord. God. Lord. With music blasting and cars clogging up the typically quiet street, baffled neighbors grew concerned and filed complaints. Cars parked around in the grass too.
In the grass.
They could have got a better picture, my guy.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's the mug shot. That's it. No. That's wild though, man. He out there like the one video that played during the news story where he was like chilling by the pool and lighting up his weed or whatever. I'm just like,
you got too comfortable.
You're posting this shit online where people are going to see that shit. You know, right. It's only a matter of time. And I don't know if he's just lied to you, denied till you die type stuff. But I can't sit there and look at this dude and think he legit believes he didn't commit any crimes.
He has to.
He's like, we probably broke some rules that the owners put out there, but we didn't break no laws.
Break the law.
Fam.
Bro, this is my house.
I told you to cut the motherfucking grass. How did you get in?
Yes.
How did you get in my house? That is textbook breaking and entering.
Yes. Not only that, you brought stereo equipment set up in my fucking yard. Not only that, you invited people over. Not only that, you scared half the neighborhood to the point the cops had to be called. So you probably brought my property value down a little bit. But it's okay. Because you didn't break the law. Get the fuck out of my house, bro. Don't come back. Don't come back.
So you're hypothetically, you're the owner. You come back. Are you suing this dude? Or are you just like, bro, I'm not pressing charges, just stay the fuck away from my house?
I probably gotta sue, because you gotta think you at that point, like when you do something like that and it's that big, there ain't no way that house got out of there unscathed. Something got broke.
Oh yeah, you got
that's too much potential for something bad.
You got 300 teenagers in there drinking and shit, smoking.
Yep. Too much responsibility in one spot, bro. Like
there's a hole in a wall. There's a toilet that ripped off out the floor. There's something. I mean, and
got destroyed.
For the bond or the bail to be 100,000 to where you got to post 5 figures.
Yeah, you did
to get out.
Terrible stuff.
It ain't like it's some misdemeanor type shit, bro.
Yep.
I just found that just super like to just have the audacity to think, hey, I'll just use this house for my kid's graduation party without asking, and think that nothing was going to come of it.
The audacity. The audacity.
This on a regular week would be
that's a who's man's
peak textbook who's man's activity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Any other week, this would be textbook who's man's activity. But obviously, there's something
you get away because this week has an egregious,
very egregious,
an egregious
very
breach.
An egregious breach. Somebody was dumber than you this week, so
yes, absolutely.
That's what we'll roll with right there. So next up, we have an amazing and absolutely breathtaking what did I just watch segment. Let me just make sure the video I want to pull up here. Cool. All right. I found it. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get into this week's segment of What Did I Just Watch? Oh, that's just the background. It'd be looking the same out here. All right.
Tell me I did not just see that.
So we'll start this off because we have a planned transition. Trust me, because it's going to be a beautiful thing. But we're going to start it off with something that's a little bit serious, and I love that. Like we talked about last week, we have a show where we could do stuff like that. We could get funny, silly, and stuff, but then we could talk about some real stuff. This one here was a video of a kind of a sit down. I guess it's supposed to be mediation between a father and a mother of a couple of kids, and I'll just play the video so you can get some context, and then we'll discuss to see if you agree or disagree with what is going on here. But take the floor, my guy,
and tell the truth. Mr. Monzel, in your lie detector test, you were asked, did you have any sexual contact with any of your 3 daughters? You said no. And the lie detector said there was no deception.
Yes, thank God.
How does that feel for you? And that your daughters know it?
Well, I felt they always did know it.
You felt they always did know it? Mm-hmm. And didn't speak it because?
They didn't know no better. They wasn't told no different.
Miss Yvonne took a lie detector test and said, did you make up or exaggerate any stories with the intention to harm Monzel? She responded no, and the answer was deceptive. Then he asked you, did you say something to the effect of, I'm going to make sure you're never happy again? She responded no, and the answer was deceptive. So Miss Yvonne has acknowledged that her story about you touching your children in a sexual way was not true. So Miss Yvonne, is anything that you wanted to say to Mr. Monzel?
Why didn't you fight for him harder if you knew you didn't do it?
And what is it that he could have said that would have made you not believe the lie you were telling? Miss Yvonne, you told the lie. It was a lie, and you told it. And you got to own it.
I'm sorry. I need you to say that you did not rape your girls. I need to hear it come out your mouth the way I've always heard it, Ma.
I apologize for accusing you of raping them. Please forgive me.
You don't have to forgive her. You don't have to.
I cannot accept your apology because it's not sincere. Deep down, I know that you didn't believe that. You knew I had no sexual desires for my children. for 25 years. This thing has broken me.
And tell the truth.
Well, so as this is going on, I'm looking at this first comment. Why didn't you fight harder? I almost jumped through this damn phone. Bam.
Oh, Lord.
Sure comment has never been posted on this thing, man. But so apparently, what's her name? Ayala? Yeah. You know, she constantly out here just, you know, I don't know if it's her brand to just, you know, bring some messy stuff out here and under the pretense of you know, I'm helping mitigate and yeah, you know, let's get this out of here so we can begin our healing, you know. I don't know how she thought this was gonna play. If she thought like, you know, magically he was going to be like, yes, and it'll be bonding and then the family can start reconciling. But off the strength, just off what you just saw, Blak, like, how are you feeling about this? Like, would you, like, in the moment? Probably not, because, like, this woman looks, I ain't going to say what I want to say.
I understand. And
could you ever forgive somebody for lying, for putting a lie like this out there to where it's ruined your reputation, your credibility with stuff? Your daughters probably believe in the mom at that point because they probably don't know no better. For 25 years, they don't look that old. So they were probably kids.
Yeah.
Being fed all of this stuff. So probably ruined the relationship with his daughters. And then now she like, I'm sorry, can you please forgive me? Obviously, in that moment, we both agreed, like, hell nah, like that fake ass shit. After you just hit me, like, why didn't you fight harder? Because you would have fought harder back to prove your lie, to try to justify your lie. You would have been like, that's the fight I need to see. He didn't do it, girls. I just wanted to see if he had fight in him. Like, you about to see the wrong kind of fight in me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as calm as you are, because I feel like you have a level of, like, you're not where Will Smith is at, like I said, you know, the level of maturity where you're just like, I'm cool with that, you know. Could you ever forgive a person that has done something like that to you?
I gotta preface it with it's one thing to accuse somebody of something. Mm-hmm. But that level of accusation, like with your kids, that's heavy because we're men, right? Our relationship with our kids is extremely important. Like there's not a lot of good fathers out there, and that's what pisses me off about the situation is that there's not a lot of good fathers out there. And the ones that try just to be present and just to be in their kids' lives, right? It's a challenge. It really is a challenge. So when you have someone like that and you mistreat them the way that he's been mistreated, I don't know if I could forgive somebody doing that to me, because you've damaged the one thing that you know would affect me the most in my life. And like he said, like it broke him. And I would agree. It broke me. I don't know how it would come back from that, even finding out the truth, because I know it was the truth. And them finding out the truth, at this point, we have to work to change minds of the kids, because I didn't do anything to you, but now we've lost so much time that I feel like we have to go back and make up time, right? We can't get that back because I was shut out, and it's going to be hard. You've made it now hard for me to come back in because you've shut me out in such a way. And me knowing that, it broke me. Now I have to put myself back together. and I have to do all this work. It ain't gonna be overnight. So me forgiving you,
I need you to say that you did.
It ain't gonna be no. All right, well, down the line, I may never forgive you for this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to hold this one because you did this to me. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't know how he is strong, bro. Like him being calm, because if I knew without a shadow of a doubt that I didn't do anything, and I've been fighting for 25 fucking years to see my kids have a relationship with my kids, and this is all they know, and then they find this out, and then you tell me I should have fight harder, I'll probably go upside your shit. No doubt.
Yeah, you gonna have security on set.
Yeah, you need them right by me. Because you need them when you have the results present. Because I know the results. So once they find out and you tell me the shit you told me, bro, I might black out for real. And I'm sorry. Because I don't want to.
She too close to me, Ayana.
Yeah.
She too close.
Bro, I might go ham. Like,
we need to do this over. We need to do this over StreamYard. I can't be in the same room with this woman.
Nah,
that wig getting slapped off.
Yes. My ancestors are seeing your ancestors, bro. Like,
yeah. Oh, they fighting in the afterlife off rip. Off rip. A part of this is crazy because one, how easy it was for her to continue this life for so long without legit evidence.
Right.
Just off the strength of her saying that and telling her kids that and her kids running with it. It was their word against his. And already as a black man in America, bro, like you got the stack against you. You know, cards are against you. And you could be, I swear to God, I didn't do it. But if you got 4 women, you know, 1 woman and 3 daughters, like, he did it. And they're just saying it because the mom is saying it.
Yep. And that's all they know.
That's crazy.
That's
because, like, for the daughter to get all that, like, they all get that evidence. Now everybody mad at her.
Yeah.
And she upset because now she's caught.
Yep.
That's why her first thing is like, why didn't you fight harder? Like, woman, what would that have done? What would that have done? I was joking earlier with that's what I wanted to see. But what would that have done? Would you have backed off and been like, I lied? No, because at this point, you're so into it. The minute you say, I made this up, you're going to be the villain. So you got to keep it going, man.
Yep.
I don't know why you went on this show to just come out and say I lied about this. And then the way you apologize, not one tear, no remorse for taking, like you said, 25 years from my child's life of a relationship we could have had. You just took that away?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, what did I do to you that was this bad? You know what I'm saying? What did I do to make you said I will never see you happy again. I will make sure this is my mission, this is my life goal, to never see you happy again. What did I do that was that fucking bad?
Facts. Please tell me so I know never to do shit like that again.
Yes.
Because if this started this villain arc for you, I never want to see shit. I don't want to do this shit for anybody else. God damn,
I fucked up.
Yeah,
I fucked up bad.
What's that shit for Boondocks? I always thought to myself, what did he do to make them things so bad? Yo. But I mean, this is one of those things where I know what you're trying to do. Forget, move on. It's better for the family. Let's start the healing process. Bro, there's some things you just can't forgive.
Nah.
Like, we just gonna be enemies.
This is one of them.
To the day we off this earth. Like, we could be cordial for however cordial the kids want us to be. If they come up to me and they be like, Dad, fuck that woman. It is what it is.
It is what it is, bro. It is what it is.
I'm riding with the kids. What do y'all want? Do y'all still want a relationship with both of us? Because if so, I'll be as civil as possible with this one. But if it's fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. fuck that bitch. If that's what it is, hey, I'd start dancing with y'all right there, bro. I'd start dancing with you right there.
Hell yeah.
That's evil, though. That's
definitely evil.
But what Jen say? What did he do to make her think that? I don't know.
We don't know.
I might have to go try and find this whole episode to get some backstory. But I'm trying to think what action he could have done to justify that. You know, like what did he do for, in her mind, the get back was that?
It has to be that, yeah.
Because it, like,
bro, it's like you got to like have a whole nother family. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even think he didn't went there.
Yeah, Jen says there are also a lot of women who don't leave their spouse knowing that they're that they're abusing the kids, like with legit proof and telling the truth. They just stay. She's fabricating this thing. And one that just, not to say, I mean, because in present day, the knowledge of false accusations has grown.
Mm-hmm.
There have been people who have been put in jail. I don't know if he just got out of jail or what. People who have been falsely imprisoned, lost decades off their life, and then come out on, you know, the person being like, I lied. And then there's no punishment for that. You know, like, do they go and serve as much time as I served in jail to make it even? Like, like, what are we doing here? But
that's the worst part of it. It's like
their conscience hits them after the fact.
Yeah. Like, you didn't see
know
this
what?
motherfucker
You didn't
suffering.
really do that.
Yeah. you suffered enough.
I'm like, if y'all let me out of jail, y'all just about to bring me
back. Yeah, I'm going right back.
Yeah, y'all just about to bring me right back in because y'all know what I'm gonna do.
I'm institutionalized. I got used to it. I'm going right back.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go see who lied, and I'm gonna be right back. But moving away from the super serious stuff, let's go to some. Let's talk about the kids, man. You know, it's summer. Birthdays are plentiful. They're abound. A lot of activities when it comes to, you know, the birthday parties for the kiddos. The one thing, this one video is hilarious. So there's a piñata. Obviously, when kids see the piñata, they know the candy's inside.
Yep.
They up there swinging and trying to get the candy, man. They swinging for the fences, throwing their little shoulders out and stuff.
Yep.
And but this guy, I will say I've been to plenty kid birthday parties. I've never seen a kid this ride or die. This ride or die for candy out of a piñata. Fam. As a parent, and you've probably been there, like,
you
know, you're at a kid's party and a kid just be cussing.
Yep.
And you looking at him, like, what's going through your head as the parent not of that child?
This motherfucker bad as shit. This motherfucker is terrible.
Start looking around like, who kid is this?
Whose kid is this?
Who, baby?
Yo, that
bro,
kid
that's
is
some shit.
Wilding.
I tell LJ, hey man, just step back from the piñata.
Yeah, back up. hey, let him go.
Hey, I'll get you candy on the way home.
Dad, you see him? He was cursing.
You know what? I ain't gonna hold you, man. My kids hear me curse, like, not all the time, but there'd be times where, like, I'm just letting them joints fly. And I'm just like,
yep.
Y'all ain't supposed to say that. You know, y'all ain't old enough to say that, right? And they know, because, like, they'll be, ooh. Like, that's mostly LJ now.
How you know what I'm saying is bad?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. Now, older kids, they be cussing. I hear them playing Xbox and shit. They be in there cussing. Like, the first time I heard my daughter use the F word, I was like, oh my God. Oh, no.
Me too. Me too.
Bro,
But
she was playing a video game. What the fuck is going on? Is this my fault? She's not a lady. I tried.
Bro.
My heart was.
So I did the same thing. But, so my oldest, the first time I heard her cuss, like she was telling my oldest son, she was telling him, she was like, stop being a fucking bitch. And I was like,
she comboed it?
Yes. I was like, holy shit, she's a gangster. What the fuck? Like,
bro, if they comboing it, I'm like, oh, you've been cussing outside the house.
Oh yeah,
you know,
oh yeah,
you've been practicing
sophisticated cussing. You know what I'm saying? And the way she said it too, it was so matter of fact. Like, stop crying. She was like, stop being a fucking bitch. And I was like, oh shit. oh shit.
First of all, son, she right.
yeah. You can't argue with it.
Yeah, because I remember, like, when I first started cussing, it was like third grade, and we were at recess, and like there's other kids that be cussing, but you know, I'm growing up in the church, and my mom be like, let me find out you cussing, like you about to have all of this palm olive in your mouth like it's Listerine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then I'm at school, and like we was playing something like PE. I think it was soccer. And dude, like, knocked me over trying to get the ball, and I fell down. And like there's all kinds of like briars and shit in there. I'm like, fuck. And kids was like, and like, but I was far enough away from the teacher where like she didn't hear it. So I'm sitting there like, damn, I ain't even getting in trouble for that shit. And bro, I was just like, it was not even proficient cussing. You fuck bitch. Kids is like, the fuck? I'm just saying it to get it out my system before I go home. This shit. You damn shit.
Shit damn. Yeah. Shit damn.
Get your shit ass out of my face. But then you realize like there's better ways to do it. Right. But like the way he was just rolling, give me the fucking candy. I'm just like, I'm not stupid as a parent. Like, I'm just like, I'm pretty sure the parents cuss around the house and he just picked that shit up, you know. But I'm not judging either. I'm just like, hey man, you know, just kids be doing kid shit.
Yep. I
ain't looking at you like you a horrible parent, but I mean, just kind of reel that back. Like, I need to see a sense of like the first time he says it, like, oh shit, I'm not supposed to say that. You know, like,
right.
My man let that shit ride.
Run the fucking candy. Run it. Oh, he done heard somebody say, run the fucking pockets, bro.
Yeah, what the? He done heard gangster shit in his life, bro. Jen says, I mean, if they're using it appropriately, I don't get too mad. Context matters. Oh, shit. But yeah, I mean, and you can tell the level of how that's probably like a grandma or the actual parent or something who was sitting there filming it and is getting hella embarrassed. I mean, I just would have went off live or whatever, just turn the camera on.
Hey. Video over. Hey, man.
Do. Hit it with that Steve Smith. Boop. Oh man. The last thing we want to get into before we segue into this week's Who's Mans is apparently in the world of rap, there's been a lot of blasphemy going on around here.
Very much. Y'all forget it's 2025 and people are still old enough to remember.
Yes. And my thing is the level of audacity that they're going. Like, let me find the video. Because this one is just super out of pocket. Oh man, now I gotta scroll and find it. Here we go. I think it's no. Did we pass it? I mean, pass it. Keep going. Keep going. Here we go. As you can see, let me switch it up for y'all. So y'all can yeah, here we go. As you can see, hopefully you can see, I'll bring it up and then pause it real quick. Ray Daniels is out here trying to tell people that when Bow Wow was at his peak, full form, that he was a bigger star than Jay-Z at his peak.
Let him plead his case.
Okay.
Before we break him down.
Okay.
Bow Wow at his height.
Cooking.
At his height.
Cooking.
Bow Wow at his height is bigger than Jay-Z at his height.
No.
Wait
a second.
Bow Wow will have fucking mothers, kids, and everything. We don't give him his props because he grew up to be a kid, and he might have had some little moments at times.
That's cool.
But Bow Wow, star.
I'm understanding what he's saying.
That's a moment.
Star.
You just said Bow Wow is a bigger star than Jay-Z.
He is. At the top, as a rap star.
Okay, so we have to quantify this. What is Jay-Z's height?
The Blueprint is one. The Blueprint.
He has had higher, I believe.
No, I think, and then there was the Blueprint 3 album with
Volume 2, probably
Volume
Hard Knock
2,
Life. You don't think that's?
You can tell it one Volume 2 because he had Bow Wow at his height, because he had to drop a Volume 2.1 with slim down songs because nobody wanted to buy the double album. Let's be clear. Volume 2,
That was Blueprint 2.
Volume.
Blueprint 2.
That's Blueprint. Blueprint 2. Okay,
it's a Hard Knock Life.
Oh, okay.
Hard Knock Life.
That was a big pace, but I think Jay. I think the reason why I don't want to give Jay a star because Jay is brilliant at how to make the proper moves to put him. You a rapper, you understand how it is. When I mean by star, Jay-Z is a star because he gets on the mic and he says something that is ill to all the men in the room. But Bow Wow had screams because he had to drop a Volume 2.1.
All right, Blak. You feeling this? You fucking with it or nah?
Not at all. Not at all.
Even with the context he threw in there.
No.
Did you understand what he was trying to say?
I understand what he was trying to say. And I get where you I get where you're coming from, Ray. But if you look at Bow Wow at his peak, like he had 106 in Park. He had Like Mike. He had nationwide success. Bro, that shit is nowhere near what Hove was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Nowhere near that shit. Now, keep in mind, bro, Jay-Z walked out of Summer Jam with fucking Michael Jackson at Summer Jam on a random fucking Summer Jam. They don't even have them shits no more. But at the height, like that was the shit to do. Summer Jam was like the hottest shit.
Mm-hmm.
And Jay-Z was the peak of that. So when Jay-Z brings out Michael fucking Jackson to Summer Jam and shuts that bitch down, I'm pretty sure Bow Wow was either just getting started or he was on that ride.
Yeah.
Bro, no. Even with Bow Wow at his peak, Jay was still hot.
Yep.
He was still hot. So if you compare that, so I'm gonna say Jay-Z's peak was probably, I want to say from Volume 2 to Black Album. That's peak Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
There is no other career in rap history that did what Jay-Z did in the run of those albums. Not at all, bro. Like, they still chasing that. Like, content-wise, you can argue Kendrick is really outdoing Jay lyrically, content-wise. But sales, the whole package, touring, selling out shit, dropping merch, the clothing line, the shoe line, the movies, because he started dabbling in movies. Rockefeller was doing movies. Bro, there is nobody touching what the fuck Jay-Z did. Like, the lanes that he opened up, people are still following to this day. Cannot say that shit for Bow Wow. I'm sorry. I love Bow Wow. I like what he did on 106 and Park, but you cannot say at any time in Bow Wow's career was he ever bigger than Jay-Z. Never.
Quick random search. Bow Wow has 12 top 40 singles in the Hot 100, 3 of which were top 10 hits.
Yep.
Right? On the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart for his career. Jay-Z has 14 number 1 hits.
Yes.
and it's just that alone. Now, the angle that he was trying to push is like just when Bow Wow was at his pinnacle of Mr. 106 in Park, come out.
What year was
Teenage Girls was just wow, like for a demographic, yes, Bow Wow is going to be popular, right? But if Bow Wow came out on 106 and they was spazzing, and then Jay-Z came walking from behind the fucking backstage, the spaz would be high.
Yeah, most definitely.
Because people know, like, when Jay-Z walks in the room, like, this is a big deal. This dude is serious. Yes, he's not in Like Mike. He ain't on Roll Bounce. He wasn't trying to be in movies. Bow Wow was popular because of, I want to say, his gimmick, kid rapper. And you got girls in middle school and high school seeing somebody their age rolling around with rappers and stuff, thinking that that's cute.
Yep.
And he's rapping about shit that they should be understanding, little relationships and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But, like, don't get it twisted. Me, unless he's at a Chuck E. Cheese or something where he's just surrounded by nothing but teenagers, like, Bow Wow wasn't moving the needle for grown folks, man.
Nah.
He wasn't.
Nah.
The only reason he was Mr. 106 in Park because all these kids had their little cell phones voting on the little app and shit to see his songs on that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, there's a reason why he's still on this Millennium Tour with B2K and these niggas singing these old ass songs, and Jay-Z is just doing what he does.
Jay-Z can pop out and sell out right now.
The Garden.
Right now.
Like, if he's like, special thing, I'm doing, a live thing of the Blak album at the Garden. It's sold out.
Yep.
Bow Wow shows up to the Garden. This shit ain't doing nothing.
No.
Again, now, like, his star is hella faded now.
Yeah.
He's probably a nice guy. I don't know the dude personally.
Bro, at Bow Wow's peak, they was talking about who was hotter, him or Lil Romeo.
Oh, that's facts.
Case closed.
And that shouldn't even have been a debate. Romeo was ass out here. But the fact that Romeo was horrible at his craft and still had a fan base big enough where he showed up, he get the same reaction as Bow Wow. Because he a little kid with cornrows rapping.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I mean, that whole phase died out too. He was just a product of, almost want to say, an industry plan.
I would agree with that.
He was just a product. They saw what was going on because, like, Bow Wow came out, and then Master P was like, I need to do that.
Yep.
And then who was it? I think the last person trying to make kid rappers was Lil Wayne with them little 2 kids and Young Money.
Yeah.
And that shit, bro.
Lil Twist.
Yeah, Lil Twist and somebody, bro. It was just like, this ain't it, bro.
Nah, bro, stop.
These niggas, we're over this shit.
Stop it.
Go to school. But shit. Yeah, I can't fuck with it. But, ladies and gentlemen, coming for who I believe is the GOAT, Jay-Z. But that is tentative at this point because Kendrick is
cooking.
He
is.
Kendrick is on his way.
He
and also
is
shout out to the homie Mark Sox, man, and his comment here. He's just people just be saying stuff, man. You do it for the clicks, my boy. You know how it go. There's been another rapper who was recently captured on a podcast saying that he is better than another rapper who we would say would be, I would say, me personally, unanimous top 5 all time.
I would agree with that.
I mean, you'll have your onesie twosies. You have your onesie twosies
run he's been going on. Yeah, buddy.
If you were a real one, you would have to have them in your top 5 or debatable top 5. But I know there's some people out there that'll be like, my top 5: 2 Chainz, Jeezy, Big X the Plug, Drake. Yeah, I'm just come on, bro.
Big X.
I can't even. Hey, bro, you'd be shocked. We had our little Warrior Day, which is like field day thing. We had a white tech sergeant pull up with his truck windows down. I'm just like, bro, is that Big X? He's like, what you know about Big X shirt? I was like, what do you know about Big X?
What you know about Big X?
Anyway,
big jumping Texas.
Yeah, beat it up. I'm like, you must have heard that on the Wingstop commercial or something. But like I said, this is a awesome segue into this week's segment of Whose Man's. Let me make sure I bring up the right. There we go. Yep. Of this week's Whose Man's is this? Oh, you know what? I can't do that yet because I did not upload the right background yet. That's the benefit of doing this shit live, and then you get to edit the shit.
Yep.
Before you put it out for the world. Whew. That was a close one. I would have just rolled right into that. They would have been like, who the fuck we talking about?
There's some behind the scenes stuff. Yeah.
This is what you paid to see. You paid to see it. But man, hurry up and
shout out to you, Smitty.
Yeah. All right, let me bring this up over here. All right. So take 2. Which is a perfect segue to our Whose Man's, where we have one rapper who is most recently known for taking an L on Versus. Talking about another rapper who I would say is in everybody's top 5. But let us get into this week's Whose Man's is this?
Hey, who man's is this? Who man's is this? Who man's is this? I need to know.
Jim Mother Effin' Jones. For those that don't know, he is a member of Cameron's rap collective, The Diplomats, aka Dipset. Yep. So apparently, not too long ago, he was at a convention leaving somewhere, and there was a young 22-year-old who came up to him and was just like, you've been more influential on me as far as rap than Nas. And that one person like filled his gas tank up
full
infinitely.
Yep.
Infinitely. So now he's on a tour going all over the place, talking to Jada and Joe, talking to Shannon Sharp on his stuff. Every podcast, every microphone he can get in front of, he's bringing this up. One, I feel he's doing this because this is the most buzz he's gotten in a minute.
Absolutely.
And he's going to ride this shit till it falls off. He's probably going to try and goad Nas into some kind of battle to where he can get popping again. Nas, if you're listening, just let this man talk.
Yeah,
nobody's taking him seriously. Nas, if you're listening, Ain't nobody listening to this man and taking him seriously. But we have a clip here with him trying to talk about it, and then we'll get into some details as far as that goes. But bro, I can't. I can't believe this shit. I cannot believe this shit. Let me make sure we got the right thing going on here. Okay, bring it up. So here he is on Joe and Jada talking about how him and Nas are, I guess, rivals or something.
My son can't tell you one Nas record. You heard? Like, let's keep it a buck here.
Yeah, but
like, let's keep it a buck. You heard? Let's keep it a buck because you'll bring it up. There must be some type of misconception. A lot of these rappers have done a tremendous job, and I take nothing away from them. But they forget I got a hell of a catalog. Me, Jim Jones, myself, gold records, platinum records, gold albums, platinum albums. No, me, Jim Jones. No diplomats, no nobody else. Me, Jim Jones. Check my track record. Then check everybody else's track record. Then go to the billboards and check all my entries. Then check all them niggas' entries and shit like that. And I'm not taking nothing away from nobody. But I hear the comparisons and the niggas be trying to act funny when it comes. No, I've been spanking a lot of this shit. I'm talking about the industry. I've been putting on. So let's not get into that where we get into numbers and I got to show you the statistics of what I've done. You heard to what other people was done. You heard them. You want to go to the billboard entries, pull up Nas billboard entries, then pull up my billboard entries.
Listen, we can't compare the two. What I'm trying to tell you is
I want to go there. I want to go down the line now because now we going down the line. He's a rapper and I'm a rapper.
Listen,
no. Let's go statistically.
It feels great.
No, but I want to.
You know what I love about, like, I might start watching this podcast rather than listening to it because I like watching Jada's reaction to stupid shit. You know, I just like watching his reaction when motherfuckers is just on some stupid shit. Like, you can tell he just want to tell Jim Jones, like, because this is the dude that watched you in the verses, my guy. Like, you up there with one of the best lyricists talking about you better than Nas. Like, I mean, and the only one entertaining you is Fat Joe and
right.
Don't say right like that. I didn't even get my point. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even made no point. And you out there, word. You know, what's understood doesn't need to be said. You know what I'm saying? What's understood does not need to be said. But the only person entertaining them is somebody who also got washed in the verses. So yeah, you know. Misery loves company. But I'm sorry, Jim. Finish pleading your case here.
Go statistically, because because when people be like,
I feel the same way. We all feel the same way.
Forget about the numbers. You heard? My numbers back up nothing. There's never is me. You putting me up against anybody. I'm taking me every time. Every time.
Supposed to. Okay,
every time in all categories.
Let me say something though, Jim.
My son can't tell you.
All right. So, how you feel about Jim Jones here?
Whatever they putting in the drugs, bro, they cap a lot. People tweak. They are tweaking. First and foremost, Jim Jones. We're talking sales, okay? And I'm not even going to go sales, right? Let's go classic albums. How many classic albums would you say Jim Jones has? I'll wait.
Albums?
Yes.
0.
Exactly.
Bodies of work? 0.
Nasir Jones is in hip-hop history for writing one of the greatest albums ever written. Illmatic is widely considered one of the most phenomenal albums to ever come out. Ever.
First of all, real quick, if you're going to be using Nas's government name, you got to use Jim Jones' real name. Joseph Guillermo Jones II.
Yes, Joseph.
Continue though. I'm sorry.
Joseph, don't compare yourself to him. You can't. Very few artists out there can even put themselves in that category. I know we're gonna go back in time, and I was like, if Nas was in a verses, like he'd be like B tier, right? But Jim Jones, you ain't even in B tier. You don't have the right to even go up to that level. Let's keep it a buck. Since we like to keep it a buck, you ain't even the best in Dipset.
Facts.
And album-wise, you're like at least 3. Because you could say Jewel's had a better album than you. Come Home With Me is definitely, that crushes anything in your whole shit. If we go to Purple Haze, bro, you don't fucking exist.
You don't exist.
And neither of those two albums, none of the albums I just mentioned are touching Illmatic. None of them. And then you can argue it was written as a better album than Illmatic. That's the argument. That is the argument. Then he's got Stillmatic. You have 2 entries. Jim. You have 2 entries into the billboards. I just checked. Let's go to the stats. Since we Fly High. Actually, you only have you have 2. We Fly High and Hustler's Poem. Those are your 2 entries into the billboard.
Pop Champagne.
And Pop Champagne.
Yeah. Those
are your entries. 2. I won't even give Nas the disservice to go and look up his shit, bro. We ain't even got to go that far. Because neither of them 2 albums, I'm gonna go up one. I ain't even got to go on Nas's shit, right? Your best song.
Nas has 27 songs that reached the Hot 100 with 2 top 10 hits, but no number ones. When it comes to albums, listen, when it comes to albums, Jim has 9 albums entered into the Billboard 200 with 3 top 10 albums and no number ones, while Nas has 27 entries, 16 top 10s, and 6 that have reached number 1 on the Billboard.
Argument over. Argument over. So basically what we're saying is everything you just said is cap. That's cap. It's cap, bro. Like, why do y'all do that? Like, that's sheer audacity. That's what that is. It's audacity. Now, I'm not saying you're a terrible artist, Jim. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is if I had to pick between Nas and Jim Jones on who the fuck I need to listen to for the rest of my life, and I only had to pick one, guess who I'm picking, Jim Jones?
Oh,
it ain't God. You. it ain't fucking you. No. And I'm saying this in the nicest way possible.
Mm-hmm.
You are not fucking with Nas. Not on your best day. Your best album ain't touching his worst shit.
Oh my God.
That's the argument.
I like was he duped into talking about him versus Nas?
I don't know, man. I don't know like how this even came up. And
Like,
y'all got to get out of this whole people like to blame Gen Z. And I see the games being played.
Right.
Y'all like to blame Gen Z on a lot of this shit. Well, the young people, they don't know who they are. You know, they know me. Bullshit.
So here's what it was. I guess there was a podcast called Don't Quote Me. And there was a college student on there who said he was influenced more by Jim Jones than by Nas.
Where is he from?
I don't know. There's no link to hold on, let me see. Let me do some where was he from?
Where are you from?
You legit like run me the data.
Yes. Where are you from?
Run me the data. All right, let me bring this back. I need facts. Here we go.
On balling.
Oh, he from Harlem. He from Harlem.
Pop Champagne, Summer in Miami. That's a classic.
If I Rule the World, how's that comparable to those songs you just said?
I'm 22. Every Nas song that my man's MJ played, we said we heard that from what, Dub?
2K.
2K. Those songs are in the video game.
Okay.
I have never in my life said at a party, yo, throwing that Nas right now. If you did top 3 influential people regarding dressing,
but
swag, Jim Jones is top 3.
But Nas influenced Jim Jones.
Cap, Chrome Hearts and the BB Simons belts and all that. Jim Jones is like top 3.
So where you put Max B?
Nobody was wearing Ed Hardy. Nobody was wearing True Religion. Nobody was wearing Chrome Hearts. All that was white biker stuff. He brought that into the culture.
And how old are you, real quick?
23.
23. So Nas first dropped 94, right? So that's a different time period where this is not really even checking for numbers yet. He came in at a period where he's just checking for the skill of the game. You're comparing 2 different eras, and I feel like it's a little bit disingenuous.
It's the difference between being in the game and being relevant. But Jim Jones is more relevant than Nas.
Jim Jones and Nas are in the same era. Jim Jones is 48 years old. Nas is 51 years old. Jim Jones just wasn't a rapper and didn't know how to rap when Nas was rapping. No matter what Jim Jones has improved to, it's still not Nas.
You know, it's funny.
In a Honda,
you know, Lamborghini. But you know, it's funny. The last Nas album is not better than the last Jim Jones album. It's not
high. You high. You fucking high. Hey. We got to save the youth, bro. We got to save them. We got to save them. They lost out here. They are lost. We cooked. The future is cooked. Cooked.
That's when you just end the interview, my boy. And we go, hey, that concludes this episode of Don't Quote Me podcast. We gonna go ahead and that's when you just wrap that shit up.
Hey.
That's when you
say
just
the children, bro. Say the children.
Better than the last 3 Jim Jones.
By what metric? Yeah,
by bars, by everything. El Capo.
He said by bars.
By bars.
They don't by. Oh my god.
It's better.
The deluxe is better than King's Disease.
Who fucking paid you?
Jim Jones.
Who fucking paid you? Listen,
there is no way he was serious with that shit.
None at all.
You
bro,
can't be.
I ain't the biggest Nas fan in the world, bro, but even I've got to be like, yo, them last 3 King Disease albums, bro.
And Magic. He was doing King Disease, Magic. Bro,
yes.
Let me double check these motherfucking shits, bro.
Bro,
because the confidence as which he said that made
that
me
was
think,
too
like,
confident.
What were the last? What did he drop a surprise album I didn't know about?
Fuck, ain't nobody checking for Jim fucking Jones.
Then he said the name King's Disease better.
That's
than
why
King's?
I'm like, where are you from? Who in that region where you live at is checking for Jim Jones?
And that's another thing. Like, I understand if he was saying that a rapper closer to his age is better than Jim Jones or better than Nas because Nas was rapping before I was born. I'm not really checking for that old stuff. This is where I'm at now. The fact that Jim Jones and Nas are pretty much the same age and have been in the rap game, you know, present to this time now is wild to me that you were just like, and then you start talking about like his clothes and his like, if you like the dude's swag, just say that. If he's influential to you by how you dress, just say that.
Right.
But to try to talk about Summertime in Miami, classic. Like if you just want to hear party songs, yeah, Jim Jones got 3 of those. You know, but if you in the car, ain't nobody talking about put on that Jim Jones.
Right.
If you roll with your, hey, put on that Jim Jones.
Man, even in a party, I ain't saying that.
Absolutely not. Like if I'm rolling with you and you just like fucking turn on that Jim Jones, I'm like, all right, I gotta go.
We doing hood rat shit, bro. We gotta stop.
Yeah, my man had Magic 2, Magic 3, King's Disease, bro, six classic albums. 6 classic albums in 6 years, I think.
Bro, I'm not bullshitting. Them King Disease albums made me like, what the fuck was I thinking? You know what I mean? Like, what was I thinking?
Yeah, King Disease 2020, King's Disease 2 2021, Magic 2021, King's Disease 3 2023, Magic 2 2023, Magic 3 2023. What are we talking about? In 1 year, my man dropped 3 fucking classic albums.
Classics.
And opinion only. Just this is Mac's opinion. You know, I ain't trying to tell you if you don't fuck with Nas, you don't fuck with Nas. But the more he talked, the more I understood why he said that, because he started talking about whatever the fashion line is and stuff. I'm like, bro, I don't know what the fuck you talk about. The chrome belts and this, that, and the bedat. Like, bro, if you want to dress like, if you want to be the oldest young nigga in the room, then Jim Jones is the perfect role model for you. You know?
Right.
But the minute you take it to the music, you lose all credibility. Like you lose my ability to try to understand where you're coming from. You know, you're looking at Jim like this is wild. If I was Jim Jones, the fact that 22-year-old kids are looking up to me for my fashion, I'd feel a certain way about that. Like, how childish am I dressing out here?
Right.
No offense.
Right.
But like if your style is what the young folks is into, because you out here just like even that clip on the fucking Jada and Joe Park, like he had the fucking slits cut in his shorts to where like his whole thigh was showing. I'm just like, bro, that's wild.
Real quick, and I want to take this opportunity to like reach out. Y'all gotta stop following shit like this, bro.
Oh,
stop following shit like this, man. Y'all be like the swag, the dressing. I mean, that shit's cool, but why y'all like so quick to dismiss what Nas be doing? Nas be out here like really doing like top level shit. So let me point out some notable investments that Nas has made. And like, you can keep the swag. Give me what this motherfucker's doing, bro. Look at this his business ventures: Dropbox, Ring, Lyft, Coinbase, Genius, Robinhood, Lender, Casper. Those are his business ventures.
Hey, look at what Joseph Guillermo Jones is into. Look that up. Is he into anything? Is he invested in anything?
Let's find out.
We got you, Guillermo. We ain't just gonna look up Nas shit. You told us to check the stats. You told us to look at the data and bring it up. You told us to do it. What do we got for him?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Was Google like, did you mean?
They said Jerry Jones. Was it wrong person?
Did you mean Jerry Jones?
Bunch of record labels. Splash Records, defunct. Bird Gang Records, defunct. Capo Coin, which I don't know anything about.
Is that a crypto?
An Arena League football team. That's good. Bodegas. VO Records. Quarantine Studios. A cannabis line, Saucy Forms and Abstracts, and Vampire Life Clothing. Those are his business ventures.
Yeah, it just came up. Quarantine Studios, a software company focused on metaverse music recording, offering tools for artists to record remotely and access various services like legal and marketing. Vampire Life Records, a record label, partnered with Empire Records, providing distribution, artist development, and coaching. Vampire Life Clothing, a popular clothing brand founded by Jim Jones. Vamp Berry Soda, a beverage venture. Richmond Rough Riders. Jones is a part owner of this American Arena League football team. Cryptocurrency and NFTs. Jones has explored investments in cryptocurrency. Saucy Farms and Extract, a luxury cannabis line. First of all, congratulations for those ventures.
Yeah, congratulations.
But here's where I'll say, like, being just holding them accountable for the music, which is what this whole thing was on.
Yep.
The minute this dude was like, go to Billboard and look at my shit and look at everybody else's shit, that's not what you want. You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that.
That's a bad argument.
You shouldn't have done that.
Bad argument.
Because you do that, like you just, like you were mentioning, bro, I could bring up Cameron's top 100s and your top 100s. Cam has more, you know. I bring up Joel Santana's shit and bring up your shit. Joel's probably has more. And Joel's only has, what, like 2-3 albums out?
Yep.
Come on, man. What are we doing?
What it is he's counting Dipset shit.
No, because he said, me, Jim Jones alone. Dipset over here, Jim Jones alone. He specified that. So, and I get it. Like, you got to be confident. You got to believe in yourself. But you got to be a realist. You got to know there's levels to this shit. And you just got to be cool with, hey, I'm glad I'm just able to have an impact on people where I'm at right now.
Yep.
You know, I'm in my lane. I stay here. I know I'm not the best to do it, but I'm not the worst to do it. I found my lane. I found my groove. This is me as an artist, and people fuck with me. And I'm glad that I can inspire somebody. But to sit there and throw rocks at somebody like Nas, who, like I said, universally, you ask anybody that fucks with hip hop, Nas is in their top 5 somewhere. Somewhere. So that's
if he ain't top 5, he top 10. But I don't see how you go past 5.
The desire to always want to be viral or to be talked about causes people to be in situations where they end up being recorded saying some wild shit like this.
Yes.
Sometimes you don't need to do that. And shout out to Mark's MRK again in the comments. He's saying, this is an unreasonable conversation. Nas is incomparable outside of his own work. I'm not a fan of Jim, but I can honestly say it isn't fair to him to do this. It's troubling that he would even entertain such nonsense. Do you think Nas would sit on a couch and debate his relevance versus G-Rap or Rakim? No, he'd politely decline it. And that's all it is, man. Like, you don't have to create this fake beef or this fake feud. You know, like, I get you were with Rockefeller when Jay and Nas was beefing, so you feel like, I don't know if that leads to this, like, a little bit plays into it.
I don't know, man.
But I'm like, if Jim, you talking just like, if you wanted to talk about style, fashion, you know that is not my lane. I'm wearing t-shirts, jeans, whatever, bro. Like, I ain't wearing the shit you wearing. I ain't putting on Timbs and white socks and shorts. Like, that's not me. I can't do that shit. I ain't that New York. You know what I'm saying? I will never be that New York. But I'm just like, you have to know, like, I can't, bro. Like, how do you not? How do you, like, no matter what your job is, what you do for a living, there's always somebody that's just like, because, like, if you ask LeBron will be like, MJ is it, right?
Yeah.
All the records and shit I got, I'm chasing MJ. MJ is still what I'm trying to attain. Am I good at what I do? Am I one of the best? Yes. But there's this guy here who, at the end of the day, he is my number one.
Yep.
And you have people on this earth that will look at LeBron and be like, no, sir, you are the best. And he's like, this, because you have to know, like, who won MVP? Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yep.
Are you the best player in the NBA right now? Nah, like he'll be like Giannis is still out there, Luka's still out here. You know, he may be like, I feel like right now, yes, but you know, that's probably, you know, everybody is gonna feel like I'm probably that dude, I can be that guy. Which
right,
Jim, cool. But when you're looking at holistically, and there's actual data, you can go to Billboard right now, Jim, and see that shit.
Yes. It took me 2 seconds to pick the phone up and be like, this motherfucker for real? Nah, he lies.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Hold on.
Let me see if I'm tripping. Let me see if I'm tripping.
Immediately. Hold on.
Billboard's like, nah, you right. Nah, Blak, you was right. You ain't even need to come here, Blak. You already knew what it was. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
Am I tripping? Hold up.
I'm wild out here. But nah, Jim Jones, bro, you tripping. Like, this is the most egregious thing. The minute you're like telling us to go to Billboard and we go to Billboard and we instantly see the numbers don't lie. Hey, men lie. Women lie, obviously. We just saw a clip.
We saw that.
But numbers don't lie.
They do not lie.
You got anything else? You got anything else for Jim?
I'm
like, get it off your chest, man.
I normally don't do this, bro, but I'm gonna leave a motivational quote at the end of this shit. You know what I'm saying? It just teaches me. It teaches me a lesson. Here's another motivational quote. When you're great, you don't have to tell the world how great you are. That shit will speak for itself. So if you're great, you ain't got to gloat about it. The world will recognize your greatness over time. So just continue to do your work, bro. If they ain't recognizing you, they'll recognize one day. If you great, that shit will speak for itself. You don't have to say a fucking word. And that's the second motivational quote.
I like it. One of these comments is like, he's talking about Lil Nas X. You know what? Let me look up Lil Nas X Billboard shit. Lil Nas X probably washing.
He probably got two. I can think of 2 songs right now that's yeah.
He being messy right now. Let me. You never really did it for me anyway. Fam. His debut album, Montero, 11 songs made the Hot 100. My man watched you with one album, my boy. What are we talking about?
One album.
My man set record for the longest leading #1 single with Old Town Road. His debut album debuted at #1 on the top 100. Bro, it's not even
fair. That ain't even fair.
At all. Yeah, that shit makes me more mad. 18 songs in total in the Hot 100. 3 #1 hits. 5 top 10 hits. Come on now. This is ridiculous, Jim.
Ridiculous. Cut it out, Jim.
What's that Michael Jordan clip? Stop it.
Get some
help. Go see if Mason Cameron can get you on their fucking talk show, bro. Just go talk some basketball with your boys, man.
Go mend them fences, man.
Go talk some ball and some sports with your peoples, man. Like, they're doing good. They ain't out here worried about nobody else, man. They just living their dream, just growing old together. You out here still trying to be relevant to 20-year-olds as a 48-year-old motherfucker.
Let it go. Let it go.
Stop. Just
let it go.
Thank you. Anyway, I mean, based on the audacity of these claims, like, where would you have them? Where would you have them in the running for the award?
Oh, he's definitely top 3 with this one. Definitely
top 3?
Yeah, he's definitely top 3.
Who's your top 3 right now? for Who's Mans?
Ooh,
is Shiloh still number one?
Most definitely.
Steve Smith too, or your boy? What's his name?
Steve Smith is one.
Steve Smith is still number one.
Yeah. That one's number one.
All right, so who's two?
Shiloh.
And then Jim?
Then Jim, yeah.
So Jason Whitlock is out of the top three?
Yeah, I'm going to bump Jason out. I'm gonna bump him out of the top three.
Jim is sitting at 4 for me.
Oh, you got Jason? Jason still in the top three?
Bro, it's the corniness of his.
I ain't gonna lie. Every time I see Joy Taylor,
she just comes in and that peanut butter skin and those cans. Are you sweating?
Talking like a Simpsons character, bro.
The minute she came in with just peanut butter skin.
Oh boy.
Creamy Jif. Fucking racks. Cans and I had to stay away because I know how I be acting. I know how I be acting. I had to protect her from me.
I can't trust myself around you.
Fox News, man. Fox Sports was just like, yeah, we got to get this nigga out of here. This motherfucker sweating through his suit every time Joy walked through the building. He gotta go. He about to do something wild. We don't need any more cases.
Yeah.
Get out of here. But let's go ahead and return to our regularly scheduled Ooh, you see, look at me making sure I had the right video this time. Yeah. Yeah. Back to our regularly scheduled programming out here.
And now we return you to our regular scheduled program in progress.
Woo! Great show, my guy.
Good show.
Great show.
Bro.
Shout out to everybody in the comments was rocking with us. Jen, EJ, the rest of the fam. We appreciate y'all being in the comments. Got a I don't want to say a big Saturday, big weekend coming up for wrestling, but Night of Champions is on deck for tomorrow. We got our finals for King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring. I don't know if y'all are doing a morning show to kind of break down your picks. But real quick, you got some spoilers. Who you got winning King and Queen?
So my queen is Jay Cargill.
Okay.
And my king is Cody Rhodes.
All right.
With a heel turn. I think Cody's turning heel tomorrow. Or not.
I thought y'all were gonna plan the heel turn for SummerSlam.
I think tomorrow starts the heel turn. I think you're going to do something underhanded tomorrow to win and make it seem like, I knew you would have did it too. And then he's going to turn on Cena at SummerSlam. We'll get a double turn at SummerSlam.
Oh, shit. All right.
Because Cena's already turning face if you pay attention.
How'd you feel about his pipe bomb? Kind of just redoing Punk shit on him?
I liked it. I actually liked it a lot.
Yeah, because he was losing the crowd for the most part by how he was winning his matches.
Yeah.
And people were not happy with the heel turn. But them chanting Cena and bro, they was on their feet for my boy last week's SmackDown. So
brought it back.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, man. What else you got for the folks? I know you talked about no gimmicks tomorrow morning. What else we got?
No gimmicks will actually be at an indie show tomorrow night, which is why I'm glad Night of Champions is in the morning. We have a big show coming to Texas, Pro Wrestling Revolver, which is a indie show ran by a TNA talent. And they're coming in. They're doing a Texas title tournament, and a bunch of the MPX guys are going to be on that card. So I'm going to go out and support.
Nice.
and lend my my face to the people. You know what I mean? I got to get a shirt from Demo Diamond because I bought a shirt from him and I haven't got it yet. So I'll go
run me.
Yeah. He hit me up, was like, "Hey man, you coming?" I was like, "Yeah, man, my bad, bro. I've been out of town on the weekend. My bad, bro." So I'll be doing that. But bunch of stuff. Hopefully, me and Jen will start the reaction series back. Took a couple of weeks out.
What's the next match you thinking about introducing her to?
I'm gonna stay in the women's, but I'm going to do Athena versus Asuka. Or at the time she was in Bermuda, but I'm gonna do that match next because she's starting to like the women. So I'm gonna keep it in the realm of the women's matches. So
I mean, I think they got the women's division probably has more of the gravitas. Like I know for me,
yeah.
Like I'm more invested in the women's division.
Yep.
Waiting for like another, because like the bloodline had me fucking nose wide the fuck open, that whole thing. And then now with this this bloodline 2.0, now they splitting up, and now Jacob on his own shit, you know. And I mean, I'm waiting for the next big story. The R-Truth thing is kind of dope still. I just know, like, bro, I just want one time that motherfucker to hold the belt, bro. Like
I think it's coming. I think
like
it's coming.
Even if they do him like Kofi, bro, I just need that moment. Truth to have that belt, bro.
I think it's coming. I do think it's coming. I want that for him because he earned that shit, honestly. So
yeah,
I would love.
But yeah. All right, man. We'll be so stay tuned to DFPN and also follow No Gimmicks on their socials. Make sure you click that bell and say all notifications. So when they go live, you get that notification and you can tap in with the broskies and partake in that discussion.
Absolutely.
I do know, and we talked about it at the end of Eat the Cake. The TTRPG, we had a fun time last Saturday.
Yes.
I was in tears, legit tears. It's always a fun time where someone overthinks a situation and then they realize, like, oh, I think I might have fucked up.
Yeah. I went too hard. My bad.
Shout out to Obi Rob, man. It was a good time. It was a good time. Outside of that, just expect Eat the Cake to drop on Sunday. We recorded last night, so we'll do the edited video with some segments and stuff Sunday, and then expect, obviously, this one will be dropping Monday. And get ready for July. Like we said, it's a shameless plug, but anime is about to blow up in July. We got the return of Dan, return of Kaiju number 8. We got some new entries coming in, the Togen Anki, the Gachi Kuya, I think Kuika. Well, I can't say, but this shit is hype. So just stay tuned. We're going to be doing a lot of reviews on those shows as well. And stay tuned.
Kaiju 8's dropping the new season.
Yeah, next month. Yeah.
Shit.
That's
gonna
month,
be a
bro.
loaded
Dan
month,
to Dan
man.
season 2 coming out.
If you watch the movie, bro, Dan to Dan about to be fire.
Oh yeah, they got a legit villain, bro.
Yeah.
I was trying to tell people, if you haven't read the manga, you're gonna see season 2 is gonna be way different than season 1. Like you'll still have the comedy stuff, but they actually got a motherfucker who's a problem.
Yeah,
and
big ass problem.
Yeah, motherfucker is a problem. But like I said, summer's gonna be hot for anime, man.
Hell yeah.
And it's gonna die down a little bit come the fall outside of Chainsaw Man. But dude, a lot of good things blowing up over there. A lot of horror joints going off. Like I said, CJ over at Nightmare Nerdscapes. Check him out. Just dropped his review on the 28 Years Later. And according to him, it is a must watch. I was a fan of the first 2 movies, so obviously I got to complete the trilogy. But anytime he gives a thumbs up to something, I'm like, all right, we cool.
Me too.
Good. We good.
Me too.
And then USDN also throwing out there, keeping you in touch with the comics. And shout out to him, too, for reaching out there and letting you know the up-and-coming artists and comic book writers
Hell
coming
yeah.
up with Kickstarters and stuff. So we cooking over here, DFP.
Hell,
I love it.
Yes.
I
Hell
fucking
yes.
love it. Cutting Edge Hero. How can I forget? We
Dope
out here
ass show
working.
the other day.
Yo, the Danny List show, the Nerd King List show. Shout out to Jen. Shout out to Landon and Randy, behind the scenes, holding it down. Great show.
Great
Always
show.
love to talk to them about stuff. Stay in the comments. So, like I said, we cooking over here. Tap into the Facebook page, That Feeling Podcast Network. Over here on the YouTube, on at DFPN Studios. Click the bells, all of that stuff. So when we go live, when we click that button, you can jump in and participate with the conversation. Outside of that, you got anything else for the folks, man?
No, sir. Great show tonight.
Indeed. So to wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Episode 173 of the Smoke Pit live. As always, I'm the homie Mac, aka your boy.
And I am bred like a king. Matus Kelvin Kaylee. Thank you guys for tuning in. Come back next time. But until then, have love, make sex. Peace.
Peace.
This ain't right.